I'm Dagmar, I'm 13 years old, I'm from Copenhagen.
I'm Konrad, I'm 10 years old and I live in Copenhagen.
I'm Sibylle I'm 47 years old and I'm working in the theatre of research since 2001.
I thought it was kind of cool to throw the fire thing on Daniel and Henrik because they got all wet and stuff.
I liked it because it was like you did things you don't normally do, as for example lick on batteries or get your fingers glued together, which are fun things, but you don't do them in your free time because they can be dangerous, they can be stupid, and that made the performance, the project, also more fun.
50 Dangerous Things You Should Let Your Children Do is a book by Tinkering Unlimited, it's a group from California who create setups for experimental tinkering, and they made this book full of instructions what kids should do, dangerous things kids should do. And reading this book, I felt it reminded me of the way live art and the history of performance art works with instructions. And I felt that maybe there's a chance for a kind of stage performance to blend these instructions which are in this book, and then the instructions from live art and maybe the history of live art also, because there are so many. Live art obviously also has like this affair with danger, right? Over so many dangerous actions and so on. And this is how that started. And then we were talking to kids about it a lot, and we found that there was a huge desire for doing risky things, and that on the other hand there is a system of responsibilities and safety and health and safety and so on in place that makes it more and more difficult for kids to explore risk in a way.
I think it's maybe like nearly every day I'm crawling out of my window. It could be dangerous if I fall, then I would probably, yeah.
I think the most dangerous thing I do every day is like just be in the traffic. It's not like, it's really risky because there's lots of cars and stuff, and I bike. And I do it every day, so it's like just like a habit. I know how to do it, but still really dangerous. And it's like a usual thing to do. So yeah.
But doesn't it always also makes it more fun that it is a bit dangerous to climb out the window or drive in the traffic?
Yeah, I think it's funny to know that I could get really hurt, but I still like doing it.
I think it's like quite, I don't know, normal to just be in the traffic. What I think makes a dangerous thing fun is if I know there's if I know something can happen, but I don't know what it's going to be. Like if I'm in the traffic, I know I can get hurt from being drove over or die. But if I'm doing something stupid, I don't always know what's going to happen, which also makes it fun.
I felt that the resource should enable kids and adults to experience live art and performance art together, but also give them the opportunity to actually do live art or call something live art or performance art. And so Playing Up was made as a series of instructions which are based on somehow important works of the history of performance art or live art.
When I was there with two of my friends, and I think we did everything. My friends really liked the project where you shoot with ketchup and some other things on the other person. My friends really liked that project, and then we just walked around and watched stuff like you could do like dress yourself like a princess and stuff.
I didn't quite get to try all things because I was there alone, so it wasn't really fun sharing the experience. But what I did try was, for example, dress up, which was fun because there were fancy dresses. And you don't have them at home normally, so that was, fun. It's like, these were some of them, sorry. And it was fun to like just go around and I don't know how to say it, but like just try small things because there are also things you don't do in your free time and just, your normal day. So I liked it, yeah.
Yeah, me too.
So what happened then with this game was unexpected anyway, because not only where children were really happy to work with the game, also in schools and so on. And after 2 days of working with the game, they were able to describe what performance art and live art is and raise questions about it and so on. So you felt like, okay, you don't have to study that for 4 years, or it's not like this art form is so complicated, we keep it for later or something like that. It was really like, okay, you play this, you reenact stuff or you reinterpret work for 2 days, and then you're kind of on top of the game, right? So that was amazing how accessible it actually is, right? It is the opposite of what live and performance art sometimes might think of itself, or especially of how live art and performance art is conceived a lot in society, that it is very complicated and awkward and somehow difficult art form. No, it seemed to be an extremely accessible art form, much more accessible than most of the other art forms that you have to train first before you can actually do them. You can, as live art and performance art works so much with practices from the everyday, that you can jump right into it. And then really with the experience that you have as a kid playing and performing in the everyday, you can master it, right, very quickly.
Live art is I like it because normally art is just like the older people likes it, but children they don't really expect the pictures to be really fun and stuff. But live art lets children play stuff and try new stuff they don't normally do, and that's just fun.
I feel like live art is sort of a more childish and creative form of normal art, as theatre and paintings and stuff, because you can do really weird things like spray soya and ketchup on other people, while normal art and theater you say stuff from a manuscript, from a thing, and it just kind of feels fake a bit. So the live art just makes it, also because it's happening live. You have practiced it, so you know what's going to happen, but at the same time you don't actually have a script you've practiced. So that just makes it more real, more fun, more maybe live. Yeah.